Hey, it's Diana. Before our call, I just wanted to take a handful of minutes here to run you through some of the specifics of what we do and how it all works. That way, going into our call, you have some basic information and you know what kinds of questions you might have. So, we focus on Facebook ads, not because Facebook is like the coolest or the sexiest platform out there. It's definitely not the trendiest, but it is still by far where people with money and the wealthiest demographic of Americans are spending their time. And we focus on really creative ads that get engagement because we're honestly not looking to get you a bunch of clicks or a bunch of leads. Every other company out there is really pretty focused on clicks and leads, and we are more so focused on keeping you top of mind so that you can stay so busy with warm, direct phone calls that we could pause your lead gen ads and your business would still thrive. Now, we will get you some leads, but they're really just the icing on the cake of working with us. They kind of just tell us who do we want to market to. So to quickly cover how we get leads, we offer a report of homes based on a home feature, and people can opt in to get that list. Now, we specifically target move-up buyers or downsizers just because if we can get you 2 deals for the price of 1 and double your ROI, you'll obviously be much happier with us. And usually you can expect probably around 30-ish leads a month, but honestly, this is the really easy part, and there's hundreds of other different companies out there that are probably cheaper than Platform that can get you leads if that's all you want. It's really not hard to get leads. This is not special or unique. It doesn't make us different. Lead generation really, again, is just it should be supplementary in your business, but it shouldn't be where the majority of your business is coming. Otherwise, you're working with people who maybe don't really know or trust you, and that's just a lot less fun. And honestly, lead generation itself is not marketing. It's just how we figure out who to market to, who's going to raise their hand and identify themselves by clicking on an ad. And if someone clicks on an ad for an acreage home, spoiler alert, that's probably someone who's a move-up buyer. If someone clicks on an ad for a single-story home, they're probably a downsizer. So again, buy-sell combo. That's someone that we want to market to if someone's clicking on that. And so everything that we do after someone clicks on your ad, that's really what makes us different, and that's retargeting. This is really where the marketing begins. So our secret sauce, if I had to boil it down to one thing, is that we put so much emphasis on regularly launching hyper-personal, hyper-local retargeting ads. Specifically, we're going out of our way to write ads that don't look like ads. So for example, we wrote this retargeting ad for Lana Rodriguez. She's our client in Colorado Springs. This is her and her husband, Brian. And it's a great example of a hyper-local piece of content. So it's Lana's top 3 favorite restaurants in the Colorado Springs area versus Brian's. It got a lot of local engagement, lots of likes, comments, people chiming in on their top 3 favorites, whose list they agreed with more, that kind of thing. And it just helps paint them as local community experts who are also really involved and support small businesses. Another great example. Why should you choose me as your real estate agent? Well, for starters, I'll fight harder for you than people fought against Win in the 1980s. Lots of engagement, great numbers there. Another quick example, mullets are back, and for the record, so are home inspections, etc. This one, you just send us a picture of you wearing a mullet wig. And again, it's content people enjoy seeing. That's part of it, is we don't want to show people content where we're like tricking them into paying attention to you. We want them to want to pay attention to you. This one's really funny. It's basically just a picture of our client praying over the AC, and we put it with this really funny copy that's basically an AC prayer. We do this one when it's really hot in the summer, and it always gets a lot of likes, comments, and shares. It's funny. People find it entertaining. They remember it. This one's called So God Made a Small Business Owner, and it actually went viral. It got 127,000 views. This one always does super well, and this is one of many of the ads that we use to help take care of Farrar from about 75 deals a year to last year her team surpassed 200 closings. So I'll play just the first couple seconds here for you.
And on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a job creator. So God made a small business owner.
Here's another example from Stephanie Fortman. She's one of our top clients who used to be a public school teacher. So we actually helped her write this as a tribute to all of the teachers that are in her community. And it did really well, got 80,000 views. But more importantly, since this has gone out, Steph has actually more than tripled her business. So we helped her go from 7 million to over 21 million in sales. So I'll play the first couple seconds of this one for you too.
Isn't it crazy that most of us can name every single teacher we had? First grade, second grade, third grade, and so on. I mean, I can't even remember what I had for lunch yesterday, but I'll always remember the name and face of every teacher I had here in Laramie.
Okay, last example I'm going to show you. So we will do a lot of listing video tours. We do fun, creative, entertaining video tours, and we know how to film these so that they perform well in Facebook ads. And then we know how to run the Facebook ads so that they get a ton of local views. And this is going to be hands down the best strategy that we can do to get you more listings. So if you look here at Sandy's page, she's very consistently getting 60, 70, 80, 90, sometimes 100,000 views. And because of it, she constantly has sellers calling to list their property with her. But here's the thing, with how relational this business is, how personal it is, your marketing needs to be personal too. If your SOI can see your ads and can basically see through it and tell, oh, that's something you would never say, or something that, you'd never post because it doesn't sound like you or it doesn't make sense for your community, that disconnect means it's not going to work. So you can't entirely remove yourself from your marketing and expect it to still do anything for your personal brand. And yeah, you could totally do it yourself, and maybe you have been so far, and maybe that worked for a time, but now you're busy and your time is worth a lot. And you could spend all of the time coming up with content consistently and writing the copy and editing the videos and launching the ads and hoping that you're spending those ad dollars in the right way and not wasting your time or your money or both. But it takes a lot of trial and error. It is a super full-time job, and I am guessing you probably don't want another full-time job. Something that's pretty neat too is we've spent about 11 years and multiple seven figures at this point developing essentially a greatest hits catalog of ads that we know really, really work. We've done lots of split tests for thousands of different ads, hundreds of different realtors in different markets. We know what works, we know what doesn't, and we won't just teach it to you, we'll actually just manage it for you too, so you don't have to be a marketing guru. And to make sure that we're writing ads that sound like something that you'd say, we have a weekly one-on-one phone call with you, which is honestly about how often I call my mom, to put it into perspective. So we really do get to know you, your hobbies, your interests, what you do for fun, what you love about your community, what you love about, your job, all of this stuff that makes us that much better at writing ads that sound like something that you would say. So hiring us really is like hiring a whole marketing team or marketing department that specializes in this for less than the price of a minimum wage employee. Our strategy, just to give you some context, very regularly doubles, triples, and even quadruples agents' businesses. And that's not a rarity. That's not like the occasional outlier. That is the standard. Now, platform is not a magic pill or a get-rich-quick scheme, and there's really no shortcut to having the most trusted name in real estate in your city. It's not something that you can do with one really good ad overnight. It takes time, it takes consistency, knowing what to do, and having the support to do it. And it's really, I like to compare it to a gym membership with a personal trainer, where you've got to show up, you've got to do what we say, but if you do, you will see life-changing business growth that you'll be super thrilled with. What's really cool too about the fact that we only work with one agent per market is I get to go into this call with you and genuinely help you figure out if that's you and if we are the right marketing agency for you. So if you're wanting to learn a little bit more before we talk past this, there's 3 things I'd recommend checking out. So the first is our podcast, and you can listen to this anywhere you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We've got over 120 episodes where we interview agents on how platform impacted their business, so really helpful for hearing some real stories. The second is our Google reviews. Pretty quick one here. You can just Google us and read those. The third one is check us out on Facebook, because we post really regularly like real actual results and stories that our agents are sharing with us about doing platforms. So check that out. I hope this all really helps, and I'm looking forward to our call. So I can't wait. I'll talk to you soon.
Hi, Shayna Getke, Sioux Falls, South Dakota Realtor. I came here to say that Platform's retargeting strategy truly works. They were able to scale my business from $5 million before hiring them to now $25 million.